Hating is what I do. It's in my blood, it's my DNA, it's in my eyes, my soul. And when I saw this little Banlist prediction list by peeps, I fucking lost it. I thought this was one of the worst things I had ever seen. It's not actually that bad. It's like very reasonable, but you know, I don't know. I just like hating. Probably some of the big standout things are like cross out at 1, shifter ban, Exciton ban, moon. Anyways, okay, outside of like the Exciton ban, which makes no goddamn sense, one of the bigger issues with the format is that people are complaining about Lancia, Shifter, and Dweller. And for the most part, this might seem a little fucked up. 2 of the 3 cards I just listed are completely fine, and one might have to be put down like the dirty dog he is. That's right, I'm talking about Shifter Lancia. Now, you can kind of talk about, you know, like, oh, lingering hand trap bad, lingering hand trap good, society, society, sobriety, sobriety. Why Dweller bad, but Shifter Lancia good? And it kind of plays into this idea of where Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now is in a very weird spot. Going first in Yu-Gi-Oh! Is undoubtedly probably the best tool in the game, just like overall. Yes, winning your dice roll and going first is good. Who could have foreseen this in a combo meta? But you'll notice that when it comes to the ban list as a whole, when you look at the cards that are banned, all of these cards are like going first cards. And outside of like extreme scenarios like Maxi or like Kelbeck, which wasn't even really banned for like hand trap reasons, or like Psy Frame Gear Gamma, which again wasn't even really limited because it was like a going second card. It was just a card that sometimes just comboed by itself going first, which is fucked. These cards are primarily just solely going second cards. If you open them going first, like congratulations, you're the greatest fucking luck sack of all time. You gotta do Ryzeal combo with a Lancia in your hand. Hit the gritty. But these are also some of the only ways cards can exist to beat decks that go first. And it's just, unfortunately, with the way that power creep has progressed, there aren't better options to shut down these decks. Like the easiest example I can give is like, the easier example is like Lancia. Like, how do you beat Malice without Lancia? Like, what is a consistent, reliable way that isn't pray you high roll a hand with like 3 hand traps, or hope they low roll a hand that's just like normal summon White Rabbit, and if that gets negated, I guess I pass turn because I open no Bestials. Tell me like one way how you're able to beat Malice going second. And it's not, and no, you cannot say, haha, play Striker Tenpai. No, you're an idiot, and I will kill you with a gun. The easy answer is, it just doesn't exist. There literally does not exist an option to beat Malice going second with pure engine. It's just impossible. You cannot beat it. I think the problem with Lancia is that the banishment is slowly becoming the 3rd deck slot, and it always should have stayed as the dead zone with minimal effects. In a way, yeah. Like, we kind of saw it with, like, Thunder Dragon way back in the day. Like, you guys remember, like, Fairy Tail Snow and Thunder Dragon? Oh my god, dark times. Just beat up your opponent? Honestly, that's the actual... point the gun at them. Side deck Chaos Hunter. Like, yes, you could also say, play another form of Lancia. Like, cards like Chaos Hunter, cards like Lancia, like, they're both basically the same thing. They're just like, here is a lingering floodgate that stops you from trying to play the game, and please don't push past this. As like fucked up as that is to say, that is just objectively the only way that exists currently to stop your opponent in a consistent manner without having to rely on RNG. Like I said, like, you can beat Malice without Lancia, but you kind of have to hope they open like a low roll hand, or you have to hope you open an extremely high roll hand. And if hoping that you have to open extremely high rolly in order to beat certain decks is the only way to beat it, then I'm sorry, bro, but maybe this deck's a little cancer. Maybe this deck might have like a little fundamental issue with how it's been designed, you know what I'm saying? The same kind of goes for Shifter, where it's like, again, Shifter's a lot more specific, but that's because its effect is like way more dangerous because it lasts for like 2 turns. But yeah, again, like, only specific decks can play Shifter. Like, you can't really play Shifter in a Labyrinth. Like, you can, but it's really bad. You can only play it in like Flu or Tenpai or like Ritual Beast. So like 3 very mid-tier, if not horrible decks. And again, Shifter does not like guarantee wins. Shifter is just like very annoying. Like, what does pure Ryziel give a shit about Shifter? You know what I mean? What do the Mitsurugi cards give a shit about Shifter? You know, like all the Mitsurugi cards fucking summon back. Like, who cares? But you're like, okay, sure. Like Shifter and Lancia are going second tools. I believe you, Smile. Why is Dweller the problem? And that's because Dweller kind of falls under what I like to call the VFD umbrella. If you guys don't know what VFD is this motherfucker, true king of all calamities. And if you guys have ever played during virtual world format, you know exactly how much of a bastard this little guy is. We need VFD and Azathoth back. I don't know about that. But what I do know is that VFD and Dweller, at least this format, kind of fall under the same umbrella where they are cards where if you do not draw X card, Y card, or Z card, also known as Imper, Mellotronus, or Forbidden Droplet. Mellotronus did not exist at the time VFD was released, so if you didn't draw Imper or Mellotronus, or whatever, blah, 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 you basically are fucked. If you are playing Fiendsmith Malice, like half of your deck is gone. If you are playing Mitsurugi Ryziel, half of your deck is gone. If you're playing Fiendsmith Ryziel, half of your deck is gone. A Dweller is just one of those cards that just says like, well, I guess you could go fuck yourself to like half the format right now. Like, yes, there are scenarios where it's dead. Like, sure, whatever, who cares? But you could also say that, like, I don't know, Detonator is not always, you know, gonna be live type shit, you know? Like, Dweller is just, like, one of those cards that whenever it's relevant, it just forces other decks out of the meta. Or it makes playing certain decks way, way worse. Like, it makes playing Mermail way worse. It makes playing, Mitsurugi Ryziel way worse. Blah, 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 blah. You guys get the idea. And sure, you could say that, like, it kind of falls under the same umbrella. We're like, oh, Dweller is a way in order to combat these decks. The thing is, making Dweller is a purposefully oppressive choice you're trying to make within, like, your deck's combo. Whereas cards like Shifter and Lancia, these are cards designed to disrupt your opponent when you're going second. Like, you do not put, like, Lancia into a deck thinking, like this is a card that I will actively be trying to search for going first. It is more a card that is designed to help you going second. Dweller is not a card that's designed to help you go second. Dweller is a card that's designed to fucking summon this guy and you hope your opponent's just locked out of the fucking game. Like, these cards are extremely similar, but they are not the same. And if you're asking me if, like, I think that Dweller should be banned, abso-fucking-lutely. If you're asking me if I think Lancia should be banned, abso-fucking-lutely. Shifter, absolutely. But in reality, just the way that Yu-Gi-Oh is like progressing and the current deck design right now, like, these cards kind of have to exist, as like horrible as it is to say, in the same sense where like Droll has to exist. Because otherwise, like, what's stopping Tier 0 Malice format? Literally nothing. You can hand trap that shit like 5 times and it just will not matter. Rest of these fucking bans make no goddamn sense. Like, why Exiton, bro? Just tell me you play Malice, bro. just tell me you play Malice. This card is hot cheeks. This card is hot doo-doo. Moon of the Closed Heaven? Hell no. Cross out Designate? Remember when people thought this card was gonna be, like, good? Remember when people thought that this card was gonna be like, yeah, Cross out Designator is new, Called by the Grave, and it hit like $120, and then like everyone realized it was kind of ass. It was like ass. It was just like there just wasn't a Giga combo format that existed yet. I mean, we could argue that we are in one right now, but blah 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 blah. I don't know. Fuck talents though. This card should this card should be banned. This card's broken. But anyways, that's my little discussion about Floodgates. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.